Welcome, guys, to Stream On Streaming On. This is the September. No,
The
it's not
August
September. It's
edition,
August. Sorry.
Blue.
It's the August edition.
The one time that I asked you to
2022.
do the intro, you
I fuck it up.
nail it. You nail it.
Thank you.
I can't even see right now because of the green screen, so I had no idea when you started. So, that's perfect. What a great start.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Welcome
Thank
to
you.
the So podcast.
Welcome to the So-So podcast.
Yeah,
I
the
can't
So-So
talk.
pack.
Padcast. Pad.
Where us Blluist, we've been doing this since the first month that we started streaming, and we talk
Mm-hmm.
about what streaming really is like, the ups and downs, the downs and ups of what streaming is for us, what it's like for us. And we've been keeping it up. And it's for the month of August. It's the summer edition, summer 2022 edition of
End of summer.
end of
really.
summer. We did a lot of stuff this month. And there's a lot of thoughts that went in my head. But Blue, you want to start us off on some of the things that we've experienced in August, things that kind of like ran through your mind, I guess, or what was August like for you?
It was rough,
It was rough.
to be completely honest,
Okay.
for me. Like every day I was like on a brink of burnout.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried my best to kind of not think about it. And I think the events that we did definitely helped, but on the other times it was pretty rough for me.
What was rough for you?
I just didn't know like what to stream. And if I did just chatting, I was just like, I
Are you
didn't
talking
have
about?
much
So you're
to talk
talking about your normal stream, like the month in general? Because I thought the month itself was
Yeah.
full of fun stuff and
Yeah, I meant like
planning and
yeah,
stuff.
so like
but-
event parts was fun, but I meant like my solo streams is where I have trouble with. Our dual streams were fine because we had a lot of events and stuff. But I'm talking about like my solo streams.
Okay, yeah, you need
Yeah,
to specify
sorry, I should
that because
specify.
it sounds like the whole month sucked.
No, sorry, yeah, I should specify that on my solo streams, I was having a rough time just because like I didn't really know what I wanted to stream. I didn't know what I wanted to talk about, and it was a little bit of like trying to avoid burnout by just doing random things.
Was it? What's like the for you the solo streams? Are they different for you, like mentally versus compared to the normal duo streams? What's different about it?
That's the thing. I don't really know what. I mean, the biggest difference is you're not there.
Yeah, so you don't
so
have to talk.
I just don't really have.
You know,
No. I mean, of course, I still do talk, but it's just like you're very much my mood setter a lot of times. And so without you, sometimes I feel like I am a little too like down. And sometimes I would watch
you're
my
down.
like I would watch my solo streams and I'd be like, today it's so obvious that I wasn't having a good day. And that kind of makes me feel icky. Even though I know that's normal. You know, that's how we all go through that. But at the same time, like when I look back, I was like, I don't want to watch myself because I don't sound like I'm having fun.
Do you ever
or
watch?
like, I don't know.
Do you ever watch your streams by yourself? Like
I do, yeah,
your,
I do.
Your own streams?
Yeah.
You like review them? Like,
I watch my
This is
solo
good.
streams.
do you watch your solo streams more than you watch the duo ones?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you take from it? Like, besides like, oh, maybe like the negative parts, but do
Because like
you find things that are positive compared
yeah,
to?
because like on days where it's like, oh no, I had a really good stream today, I would look back and see what made it so good. Sometimes I don't really have an answer. It was just like, oh no, I don't know what made it good, but today was a good day,
Okay.
kind of thing. And I would look back and it's like, yeah, I guess I'm really into whatever I'm playing or what I'm talking about. Maybe the topic's really funny. You know, it looks like I'm having a good time. Chat's having a good time, like, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then like on my bad days, it's rough to watch because I'm just so awkward and I'm just so quiet and I just don't look like I want to be there. And so sometimes there's a part of me that thinks like, oh, I probably should have just canceled today because who would want to watch this kind of thing? Like, you know you know how I am. I'm very hypercritical about myself. So it might not have been that bad, but to me, watching my own streams, there are times where it's like, ugh.
Is there anything that you do to kind of combat that, or something that you Because you've been doing solo streams for so long. Like, is
Yeah,
there
I mean,
something
of course, like I try to, like if I catch myself being really down, I try to kind of fix it is really weird, but I try to kind of change the mood a little bit by talking about something else or playing a game or something like that. Like I try to change the way I try to catch myself, I guess. But there's just some days where I just don't do a very good job of that.
or you feel like you don't?
Yeah, I feel like I don't.
Is it like you feel like, and in that moment, people that are there kind of bring the mood up, or they try?
Oh yeah,
to,
yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Like it's.
Yeah.
Is there something that you wish that, like, what's one thing? Give me one thing that you, like, a review point of you watching your own stream that you think like would, because it's very different for me. Like I do my solo streams, but they're not scheduled. They're just imp streams. So I just do whatever I want.
Mhm.
So I never care about them. Like okay, no, that's not what I mean. But like I don't care about numbers. I don't care about. I'm just having a good time, and I've never had a bad imp stream. I've said some stupid things, but I've never like walked away thinking, oh, that was a bad imp stream. Like I don't. That's not the criteria. Like I have nothing to accomplish in that sense.
I think there's a part of me
There's no expectation.
that's expecting my solo streams to be as good or at least keep up with their dual streams.
It used to be the other way. You remember that?
It used to be, yeah, but now
it used to be that
I
the
feel
solo
like
streams do better than.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, and now it's not. So I think that's why at the back of my head, even though I tell myself like, oh no, I should just do what I want to, I know, but because for so long my solo streams did a lot better, the fact that it's doing worse now, I think is taking, like, it's either hitting my pride or it's just making me feel like, oh, I need to do better because I'm bringing us down. Like my solo streams aren't keeping up with the dual streams anymore. I'm doing something wrong. I need to do something more. I don't know what the answer is, but like,
that's crazy because in the previous podcast you mentioned that you didn't like the fact that the solo streams were doing better.
I know.
It's pretty crazy.
That's what I mean. That's what I want. That's what that's what I genuinely think that. But I think at the back of my head somewhere, there's a part of me that thinks like, oh no, I need to do better because I'm bringing us down.
So it wasn't like, because it was one of your goals.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 2 years ago on the podcast, you talked about how you wanted it to be, it was like one of the end of the year roundup episodes, and you said that you do want our solo streams, our duo streams to do as good. Now you want it to be like equal, I guess, like eat more than one above the other. Is that what it is?
No, but the thing is, like, if you ask me, like, oh, do you want your solo streams to be better? I would say no.
Right.
I'm okay with the fact that I genuinely like the fact that our dual stream is doing better. But I think because for 3 years or whatever long it was doing better. Now I feel like I'm not doing enough, or like I'm bringing us down. I'm not saying I want my solo streams to be better than dual streams. It just means like more like I feel like it's so like it's bringing us down to the point where I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be doing solo streams anymore.
I don't think anybody thinks it's bringing it down. I think it's just that Blluist as a dual stream has just become powerful. Like
exactly,
it's just evolved, and
it's not a bad thing. But I think that's what I'm saying is like there's some part of me in the back of my head who thinks that I am bringing us down, and that's what affects me the most, I think. And that's why whenever like the whole anxiety of pressing start stream,
right,
I have that every single time I do my solo streams.
Yeah, and for people that
that's
don't
what
know,
gives
it's like,
me
it's like a common thing that the hardest thing to do is once you hit stream, it's fine, and like 10 minutes before streaming is fine. But we've experienced this, and we know other people that in the space have experienced this. For some reason, that like 1 to 5 minutes before you start streaming, and you're like right about to hit start stream, for some reason there's a devil that just like tells you, nope, don't do it. Yeah. It's gonna be a bad stream, and it just like it hits us once in a while, and I think that's what Blue's talking about. But yeah, I honestly think that like it's you always talk to me about that. You're like, it didn't do so well. I never care. Like, I'm just like, just think, I wish you would just think of it as an imp stream. I know you can't, but it's the more that you think of it as an imp stream, and it's not. I know you're not like, I know you're not doing these streams just moping and being sad, and you are trying to be an entertaining person. But sometimes it's like, I think it's fine that, if you're feeling sad, it's okay to talk about it, like on stream.
I mean, I think so too, but
I don't think. By the way, I don't think it's like dragging us down, because if I thought that, I would tell you to stop streaming.
Right. Yeah.
Like doing your solo
or do
streams.
something about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's fine. I think what you're doing is, and I'm not here. This is not a podcast where we try to make Blue feel better or anything like that. But it's,
I mean, and the biggest thing aside from that is that I feel bad to the people who are there more than like, oh, I'm not doing so good, I'm feeling down. It's shit. I'm letting I'm wasting people's time, or like I'm letting people down with today's stream because I'm so mediocre today, kind of thing. Yeah.
So maybe like I think
I don't know.
a goal that you should keep in mind is to evolve the solo stream, in some sort of way that I'm not saying like make great content, like do something crazy, like shit like that. But like, you could do stuff with other people on your solo streams. You could do Blue collabs with somebody else just for the solo streams. Like, you can do things, because that's a whole group of people that you can hang out with that's on a completely different timeline or time zone than when we stream. Those are completely separate. Whether it be like just playing a game with somebody or something like that. Like, you could there's a million ways to, if you really wanted to evolve it, there's ways to do that, and that might be something that you want to think about.
Yeah.
If it's getting you down, it's not like there's nothing stopping you, and there's so many possibilities, because if you think of it in the other way, that slot is something Blluist can't do.
True.
Blluist can't stream on that slot. It's Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I would, if it's bothering you that much, then I think it could be something where you try to reach out to somebody and be like, hey, you want to play Monster Hunter with me, with another content creator or something like that, and do streams like that without me. Like that's a possibility, right? Because some people stream in that slot that are not available when we stream during our slot.
True.
Yeah, like I think you could because I've done things before with when it's just great. Like the lockdown, you weren't there. Like it was just me, right? And when we did the thing with like the drink tasting with the alcohol and stuff, it was just me. Like you could do that too.
Right.
So I think there's a whole new venue of possibilities if that's what you want to do, to grow it and then like grow that time slot, instead of just making it a, hey, I'm streaming, this is the day that Blluist isn't streaming, so I'm just gonna stream. Is what I think. That's my personal. I mean, we haven't really talked about that. This is the first time we're doing it on the podcast here, so it's very like real talk here. But that's the advice I would give, because I'm sure there are things that you can do, and people are willing to do things with you, you specifically.
Right.
So that's maybe something you can make an event out of. And it's just you and somebody else. And it could be like a very simple collab, but like, if just a little idea.
Yeah. That's true. I'll have to think about that after or off the podcast. But sorry, I didn't mean to like take over the whole thing, but how about you? How was your August?
My August was fucking awesome.
Okay.
It was fucking great. I was busy all the time. was running around trying to figure out stuff. I'm not looking at the OBS screen right now, but I'm guessing we have the sports
We do.
poster. We were able to host that with the help of our real good friend Kuroken. Of course, without him, the event wouldn't have happened. Of course, without all the guests, it wouldn't have happened. But just getting all that put together, I've just realized, starting with Werewolf, the only way for me to get out of getting burnt out is because, like, one thing was that after the lockdown, I would get burnt out. After the tour, I'd get burnt out. And the only real way to not get burnt out for me personally is to just pack another event right afterwards.
Just keep working.
Yeah, just keep doing fun things. And it's not because I'm doing things that I don't want to. I'm doing things that I want to. So it's no stress at all. And it's people always talk about like overworking and stuff like that, but it's not. It's way worse for me to not do something and then go back to just months of nothing versus, okay, well, I can't, I don't have time for that. I got to plan the next thing. So we got 2 events already lined up, or that we're planning right now after sports.
Mm-hmm.
And I just made it really sure that I'm gonna try and make do our best to keep ourselves busy, and I think we're gonna keep doing that. So I think holding events and collabs and stuff like that is extremely important, and we're at a point where people are actually willing to do stuff with us, and we're reaching out to people that we've never talked to before. It's maybe these events are the first time that I'm actually talking to them, so it's been really great. It's been an eye-opening way for me mentally, and also as somebody that makes content that makes sense to me. There's a lot of different things that content creation is. Like, could be like branching out to different platforms, and there's all different types of things that you could do. But for me specifically is I love streaming, so do the best on the streaming space and then have help from other people to do the other things, like the YouTube stuff. It's just that's the best thing for me to keep me motivated. So August was full of that. So I'm very content with my August.
Your mango?
Yeah, I'm pretty mango about it.
That's good.
Yeah. And then we just dropped our new merch.
We did. And I'm really happy everyone likes it, because I was genuinely worried that it was just something Gray and I like, but no one else did, kind of thing. It's like we thought it was super cool, but then we drop it and then like no one likes it. And that's what I was afraid of. So,
well, typically for us, like when we used to make merch, just 99% of the merch that we've created is just what we've done. We've never really outsourced it to a designer or anything like that.
Yeah.
We had one time when somebody in the community made a design and we liked it so much that we used it, of course, with their permission. But besides that, it's just been us, and it's just another creative outlet that we have. And with the system of these merch stores where we don't have to pay for designs or to make shirts, we just went ham with it, but nobody really bought it. It was only really like the super core people. Like, we never got any profit out of any of the merch that we've created up until this new merch store.
Yeah, and then this new merch store, people have been very supportive about getting the merch, and especially if we like, I don't know, release a new one. There's people who buy every single new design.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Yep. There's always been people that would always get the design no matter what, but like even the old ones. But this, I think, starting with the new merch store, really just putting our time into the designs and really, Blue making them, and there's a lot of heart into these designs, and I think it really shows. And it's not just heart, but it fucking looks good. So and we make sure that it looks good in our eyes. It's something we want to wear. So and people have been reacting really well to it, relatively compared to before. Whereas like we wouldn't even say a new shirt is up before. We would just
Yeah, we
post
should
it
just
because I
post
was
it and that's
messing
it.
around on Photoshop, and then
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I want that shirt, and then so I would make it. But now people are actually excited about it, and it really means a lot that that our of all the creative outlets that we have, um, art is one of them. Art, as in like physical, like designing stuff, is something that I've always enjoyed doing. And Blue's really good. Blue has been drawing like physically, and it's coming together. So, and people have been showing their support for that, and it means a lot. It really, really means a lot, and it's definitely going to keep going. So, we always just thought as merch is something else, and the merch just never changes. But now and thanks to a good store too, good merch store that just looks nice, lets us makes it like customize the store and the products that are there and the service, and the team behind it seems really cool. So
Quality is great.
yeah, we're on a new thing. We just dropped our new line yesterday. There'll be a video up on the Patreon of her doing a Blue doing the behind the scenes of it. So yeah, it's I don't know. Like to me, it was very as much as it seemed like we weren't streaming the normal streams as much. Like we were doing a lot behind the scenes and doing events and getting ready for the merch and all that. So I don't know. I had a really, really pretty freaking good August, and I think September's gonna be good too.
I think because like before we used to be very, very into like, especially I mean you, we were very, what's the word? How should I word this? Very adamant about having like an event on stream. Not event like the ones we're doing, but like, oh, we need to think of something new. We need to think of a new challenge. We need to think of something crazy to do. We need to do something, like we need to do something every single week. Maybe not week, but like, it would be like, we need to do another split control thing. We need to do another like Fall Guys challenge. Like there was always something that you were very, very like adamant about doing consistently, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was getting to the point where it was stressing both of us out because we were like, well, we haven't had an idea, like, or like, we haven't done anything recently kind of thing.
Right.
But that was all about like what to do on our stream. But ever since we did like, I guess, ever since you started this like whole, like, let's just get everyone else into it and make it into like a bigger actual like event where it's a planning thing where you invite a bunch of people, you plan dates, you plan the game and everything. It seems a lot more, not doable, but it's been a lot more fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Where streaming has taken more of a hobby kind of route and the events are more our main thing.
Yeah, I agree. I think I have something to say about that, but I want to go to the bathroom. So Blue, can you talk about something really, really cool while I'm
Like
in the
there's
bathroom for 30
thunder
seconds?
going on outside. That one was loud. But I mean, I think that's why it does help in the sense of like burnout for sure. Because like for me, having to like think of, because I'm not good at planning, like thinking of events. That's all gray. Like new ideas, like the split control thing, and even like, let's try split control Sekiro, or like let's do like like the Fall Guys thing was Gray's idea too, or just like little tiny ideas that we've had on stream. It's all Gray. Let's do a horror game. Let's plan a horror game for Halloween, or like, all these little things, or like the whole viewer send-ins and stuff like that. That's all Gray. And so I always felt kind of stressed because I'm not very good at thinking of ideas. I'm better at fleshing them out. So it was always really difficult for me because I just couldn't really contribute to the, like, I guess, bi-weekly or even monthly need to think of something new for stream. But now when it's more of like, oh, think of one big thing that we can do on a monthly basis, it's been helping more, where it's like, Gray, our event He's really good at thinking of events. So he would think of one thing, and then we would kind of go back and forth and flesh things out for this one big event that we would do that month. And that tends to work out, I feel like, a better for me, especially.
I mean, it's like what you mentioned where we tried to make I think this is very streamer type of mindset here. I don't think it's just us, but the biggest reason why, at least for me and you, the reason why we get burnt out is because you stream, like, think about this. Okay, so like you stream every day. 5 days a week, and we stream for at least 4 to 5 hours, right? Every day. And how the hell is anybody gonna think of, unless it's a continuous thing, like it's a long game that takes multiple streams to beat? We're not like that. We play like one stream games, right? And then, like, how are you supposed to keep thinking of something new and trying to find a new game and trying to make it connect with, make it into content, whatever, every time? To me, it just doesn't logically make sense.
Yeah.
How anybody can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, there are people out there that may be able to do it, but I've never seen anyone that can do that yet. And
that's the hard part about variety, right? You're always looking for it. You always have to think of, okay, what's next?
Right. And the more you do it, and it's been 4 years that we've been on that mindset, it felt dumb to me.
Yeah.
Like, it felt dumb to think about it and a waste of time, and nobody benefits from it. And so it just, to me, I think it was, I just got sick of it, of just being like, having the conversation. So what do you want to stream today? Dude, I don't know. Like, there's not a new game. There's a ton of games out there, but I don't know what's good, Like, it just became this conversation where we just didn't know.
Yeah, I know. It was always, what do you want to play today?
Yeah,
and then I don't know, man.
And I think that's a big reason for burnout. And instead of that, we were like, all right, then how about like all this energy that we put into streaming, and the thing about it is people are there to support us either way. And no matter what, people show up. There's a good group of people that always hang out no matter what, and they'll always be like, we'll just we're here to enjoy whatever you guys are enjoying. But it's hard because it's like imagine a live concert, like a live band, and you go to a show that you go to their show 5 times a day, and they play for 4 hours, and the set list is always the same. It just logically does not make sense that would, like, that's just something that's sustainable.
Yeah.
So instead of that, I was thinking, like, why don't we but the streams stay the same. What I'm saying is, it's not that the streams change, like the normal Blluist streams. What changes is the mindset that we have towards it. It's the angle that you look at it. It's the same shape, but when you look at it from another side, it looks different. It's just a change in angle. And in order to do that, we needed to do something that was out of our comfort zone, and that was to really start thinking of events or start doing things that we wanted to do, but we never took the time to do because it takes a lot more effort. And putting effort and time into that, and making our normal streams into something that's just kind of like the break room for us. And if there's a game that we are continuously playing, like recently we play a lot of Monster Hunter, but that's okay. It's okay. Like, it's fine. And we try to, and then if people don't like Monster Hunter and they're not there for Monster Hunter, it's unfortunate. And we will play games that pop up that, like Cult of the Lamb was one of them that just popped out, super fucking fun. It's just a really freaking fun game. But for us, and this is not for everybody, but for us, we needed to get out of the mindset of the variety streamer, every game, indie game hunter. Like, we don't do that we used to. We have a huge spreadsheet of games that were going to be released here and here, and we're going to be playing this. But it shouldn't be like that for us. It doesn't fit us. You won't get blue and gray. Like, I don't think, like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. And it was, rather than that, just do what we want on our normal streams, And then when we have events that are either on our channel or not on our channel, make that the big show, once a month big show kind of thing. And then it takes a lot more effort behind the scenes to set something like that, because there's multiple people involved, but it's so much greater. The explosion is so much greater when it happens. And I come back to stream with such a refreshed mindset, especially if I'm already planning something else with Blue for something else. It's so refreshing. Like, I think that's our style. And I'm not saying that that's the style that every variety streamer should do, because it took us 4 years to really be confident enough to reach out to all these people that
we don't even know if we'll do this for ever either.
Yeah, exactly.
We're constantly evolving.
Yeah.
Because we're, people like everyone else.
And then
so we might change next year too, but for now we're really enjoying this system, and I think it really works out for us.
Yeah, it's and we're reaching out to people that we've never talked to, or people are introducing us to people that we've never talked to, and they're like, I think they'll really enjoy this. Like, for example, like Werewolf, we're getting people like, hey, I really enjoyed being in Werewolf. I have a friend that seems like they would enjoy it. Can I invite them? Like, hell yeah! Like, it's just growing. And then, well, I can't say who and what and all this stuff yet, but that person that was introduced will be in the next Werewolf. Like, it's already like growing. And collab, they always say, like, collab with people, do this, do that when it comes to streaming and growing, but there's a correct way to do it. And for us, it just took us a long time to finally have this kind of group of people, or this network that we very organically grew, that lets us either contact them or people that they know. And it's like, it took us time. There were, let me tell you, there were many networking events that we could have gone to, and we didn't. We didn't, because sometimes schedules don't work out and stuff like that. But even if we did go to those events, I don't think we would have been able to, knowing us, we probably wouldn't have been able to use it to our advantage in that sense. But we have it was very organic. People that know, that have been supporting Blluist for a long time, know that it's the group that we have and the group that is growing. The people that we involve it's extremely organic. Extremely, extremely organic. And so, and it also translates to the people that watch our streams. The people that watch our streams are very organic too. Like, it's, oh, I saw it. Maybe I saw you in somebody else's video, but I stayed for this. Like, they're not waiting for the next collab with the other creator. No, they're there. They start their entryway, their gateway was our friend, but they're there for us now.
Yeah.
And it's just, that means a lot, and that's what keeps us going, I think. And to bring it back to the original conversation, I guess, is that we want to make Blluist and the Blluist, like, our scheduled normal streams, unless it's very event based. Maybe it's a big split control thing or something like that. That's kind of like the lunch table streams, and we work on our skills to stream games every day, and we've always talked about that there's a skill in doing that in a specific way that we want to, and we work on it. But for the most part, the best case scenario is we just keep that a place where we're just hanging out, and then when we do events, that's when we
kick it in
metaphorically put our suits on, and we
Yeah.
we really bring the A game and show what Blluist is really about. So, or the other side of Blluist, the normal side of the chill side of Blluist is still us, but it's hard to really verbalize that, because we have to show it more than say it. There's no we have to prove it with our actions, actions, as cliche as it is, actions speak louder than words. So we're trying to show it in action, try to prove to ourselves more than anything that's what we want to do. And I think that will help with your solo streams too, Blue. Like if we
Yeah,
can
that's true.
realize that.
Yeah.
And the way that you, again, everything stays the same. It's just how you look at it. You know what I mean? Like it's a different angle of how you look at it. And
That's
then
how you approach it. Yeah.
and then all these other possibilities start coming out. Like maybe like, oh, you just do like a solo because like before, like if it was like Monster Hunter, you could do like a collabs with other Monster Hunter content creators. I know you've done that before,
Mhm.
where I wasn't there, but you did like with Monster Hunter World and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So totally possible. So I think it's or you can do something super wacky that's just like something that you would never do, like maybe a Blue VR stream, because VR and with two of us is hard. So you could do a VR stream. That'll be fun. That'll be fucking hilarious to see Blue go into VR chat by herself. And then
Oh God.
yeah, like that. And then because you can have chat on your hand and
That's
watch
true.
you, like
Yeah.
an event, like of all people, you in VR chat without my support and just the people that are in chat helping you out. That would be funny. Like right there, there's an idea right there. Like that's things that would be interesting and something you wouldn't really see on Blluist. I think you doing it on your solo streams. Of course, you have to be comfortable doing it and whatnot. But I'm just throwing out an idea that just popped into my head. But like a VR stream with Blue would be pretty fucking funny. Just saying.
Yeah. No, I can't really deny that. I think it would be too. But that sounds terrifying.
That sounds terrible. Just Phasmophobia.
That sounds
Blue
terrifying. God.
Phasmophobia Blue solo. How about that?
I have to do that by myself?
I mean, you can get a group of friends, of
Okay,
course,
good.
but
Yeah, I'm not.
or
that sounds
solo,
scary too.
whatever you want to do. Like it's
True.
yeah. So I think there's so much space.
Yeah.
It's such a there's so much space to grow in that in your solo streams, whether it be like intensify the content or make it even more chill. Just stream for like 10 hours, but it's just like you just chilling, eating food, just your day to day.
I'm just eating snacks.
And then
People get to watch me eat really, really slowly.
play some games. The whole thing is the whole point is like the stream title being like gonna do this is a huge hurdle for something that's super long content that's almost every day,
Yeah.
right? Like there's a reason why like teachers can only do that until June, and they still take breaks. Like imagine a teacher does it 24/7, like. You know, like they can't think of a schedule like that. You know, like it's inhumane. I think, and I think people are good. The more popular you get, you do more events and more events, so that you don't have to think about that. And then it even gives more value to the solo streams or the streams by themselves, and they don't really have to do anything because they're always, they're already so skilled in something and so entertaining. They have a huge fan base, and it's, that's my mindset, and I think that's where Blluist should go. That's the way I think Blluist should grow, not go. That's the way Blluist should grow. So it's slow growth, but I think
With consistent.
yeah, of course, without like just letting people down. You know, like,
of course, yeah.
the people that watch our streams always come first for us. So and I think hopefully that's apparent that we do all the stuff to hopefully have a good time with everybody. So, yeah. Right, Blue?
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, so I think that's what, to me, August was a month that really, it's a new chapter for me and Blue. I think it's...
Yeah, I think so. I mean, for dual streams, for sure.
I think we've stepped into new grounds.
Because, I mean, we finally tried out Werewolf with people, and I found that a lot of fun. Like, I really like being game master, and I'm trying to think of ways I could make it even better for the next Werewolf stream and make it smoother and stuff too. And it's fun to think about.
I'm really, really excited for it. I think we always do this, but there is always like a change in mindset. And I think that's what's so refreshing about us. Mm-hmm. That I really like about us is that we always have a moment of like, what are we going to do? And then we spend some time and then we refresh.
Yeah.
So, another thing that we did this month was we took in, we started working on a new theme song, and none of it has been out yet except for that one bit that we asked for, and then we asked you guys to do gang vocals for it, and I got over 20 submissions from everybody. At the time
Thank
of
you,
the
guys.
recording of this, we have ended the submission, so we're done with all the
Mhm.
submissions. We got over 20 of your beautiful, beautiful chants of the 2 lines in the song. That will be mashed together in the final version, so you guys will hear. You guys probably won't be able to hear your voice individually, but you'll be a huge gang vocal in the back, to where
It'll
it's
be a
like
huge crowd.
a crowd singing
Yeah.
or chanting the 2 lines. This is gonna be very special to me. We have an animation that goes along with it that Matcha's working on. To me, it's really interesting because I spent a lot of time doing this. This song I wrote the lyrics. I wrote the whole song, and my friend Brian is doing the instrumentation and recording of and mix mastering of the track. The last one I had this like the theme song that you hear on the stream every day is something that I just had like a really baseline kind of um recording, and he really made it into something good. But this one I fully kind of had a vision for it. I had I wrote the lyrics. I was like, I want these parts to be like this. Sent a couple of recordings. So the song is written by Blluist, and performed, recorded, mixed, and mastered by Brian of Joyweather. So I'm really, really proud of what I was able to do. To put lyrics into a theme song for Twitch is probably it was very difficult for me, because holy shit, I didn't want it to be cringy. I think I did a pretty good job.
I think so. I don't think it's. I didn't think it was cringy.
Because Brian was like, "Oh, this is good. Like, it's not cringy at all."
Yeah.
Maybe he was just being nice, but because Brian's singing the song.
Yeah.
But there's not much I can say because we haven't really been able to like show it yet. But hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I'm really proud of it. I think it's a really good jingle. I think it's those things that we spend a lot of time on, but it's only like the first portion of the stream, so I feel like I want to do more with it. So we might do a little bit more with it, but
I mean that's my thinking with the new punk design too. I'm really proud of it, but it's only on like merch, and there's a part of me that
well, I mean,
wants
merch
it on other
merch
things, but
is a great venue.
yeah. But I meant like it's not gonna be on stream, right? So,
Right.
yeah.
We spend a lot of time on things that and love into something that we can't really like. I think
It's not the main feature.
yeah, it's not the main feature. Yeah,
It's like all these like sub features that we spend a lot of time on,
which we love doing. It's
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be really, really cool.
I hope you guys like it.
Yeah, because we don't even know what the animation looks like.
I mean, we'll definitely talk about it more in depth once we release the song and the animation, and we can talk about the whole process there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm thinking of doing a little podcast with Matcha and Brian afterwards in the process of it, because this one was a lot more in depth than the last one.
Yeah.
So I want to hear their mindset. And there's like, there were times where I was talking to Brian about it, and he was like, "So I did this," and I was like, "I'm gonna stop you right there. Don't talk about it. I'm gonna record us doing a podcast, and I have a lot of questions for you. So can you answer it then?" And same with Matcha too. So. I'm genuinely excited to interview these guys and show it to you guys. We'll post it up on our YouTube to a real behind the scenes of what it was like, because this one is definitely a lot bigger of a project than the last intro song.
This one's gonna be called Intro Behind the Scenes. Thank you.
Intro Behind the Scenes. I gotta make a name for the song, but anyways, those are some of the things that we did this month. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let's get to the sub questions of this month.
First one is from Shen. It's directed to you.
Wait, we didn't talk about sports. I just realized. We didn't talk about sports, huh?
We talked about. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about.
We
Yeah.
didn't really talk about it. But
So sports was a big thing. It was so big
yeah.
that I thought we already talked about it at the beginning, but that was a huge event that we worked on. I mean, it kind of comes in hand with all the event stuff that we were mentioning before, but it was a big event that really took time. We had to shift it.
We had to reschedule
And
once.
then I was really stubborn in trying to get the same people. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the 100% the same roster, but I thought our roster, our first pick was so good that I wanted to do it as much as it could with the same roster. We got wheels, we got like little pennies for everybody, we got trophies. It was just one of those things that I
was
wanted.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, I wanted to do, and it all started because I was like, there was a different content creator that was doing something very similar to that, and I sent that video to Ken, and I was like, dude, we gotta do it, man. And it was just like a random thing, and he was like, hell yeah, and the conversation just ended. And then we were in VC for something else, and I was like, yo, Ken, do you actually want to do that? And he's like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. And then it all started from there. It was just like, I think I must have been drunk when I sent it to him.
You're always drunk.
And so I sent him this like drunk text, and it all just spewed from there. So it was, and I gave ourselves a really short timeline, relatively, to plan everything out, to force myself to like schedule everybody. First of all, figure out who we want, and then schedule everybody and whatnot. So
we got together a bunch of people. You got together so many people in such a short amount of time.
I mean, it wasn't just me, and then of course we have the technical side of using Ken Studio, which we went a week before, and then we try to figure out, okay, this is the section for that, this is the section for that. Like Ken really was very, very helpful in using all the equipment. He even got a staff to like kind of help us out on the day, so we didn't have to worry about it. There's a lot of things we can work on for the next time. Especially
it was a good starting event,
the mic situation, but I think it was very enjoyable. Everybody did such a good job. I think I had a blast streaming it, and it was I think it's definitely something that we want to keep doing. So for me, talking about sports is so like, it's as shitty as it is. It's like I just want people to just the VOD is there. There's definitely going to be an edit of it, but like it's so much better to just watch the event than me talking about it, because I can't do it justice. That's how much fun it was, and it was just such good energy throughout, in the chat, in just the people that were there. Like it was just such positive energy that I've never really experienced with a group of people on stream. Like we've done other group type of streams and stuff. Like I think the last time anything was like that was like when we were on like Squid Game, like a big production, like with Aki Dearest. It was like that, and I was really fucking proud that even on a smaller scale we were able to do something like that. And we were able to kind of like get everybody together, do something like that. So it really made me want to do more stuff like that. It made me want to get more people involved in it and do bigger things. So that was sports. That's all I can say about sports. If you're interested, please check it out.
Go watch it.
Yeah,
let's go watch it.
The guests and everything that happened, all the like scuff things too, all the fun stuff. Like that event was fucking fantastic, and definitely one of the best things I did this year. So, or like I was part of this year. One of the best things I was a part of this year. So, so far in 2022. So, please, like I don't really ask people to like go check something out, but like please go check
sports
that out.
Was great. Yeah. We had a really fun time.
It's good stuff. Sports is awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
It's a lot better to watch than to listen to it. Listen to me talk about it. So, yeah, please go check it out. So those are the things that we did in August. I think we have some questions here. Do we on the sub? So we have subs that if you are a sub on Twitch, we have a podcast question section, and we ask some questions there. So, Blue, you want to start us off?
Actually, the first question's toward you, so you should start us off. You just eat a.
Yeah.
Is that the tab?
I put the tab. I broke the tab off, and I put it in the can, and then it came.
Why?
Right out. I don't know. All right. For the podcast,
Yeah.
would you wear this in public? And if yes, which of your other friends would you like to see have their faces printed on shorts as merch? Blue, can you get this link up on the screen? I'll get it up on my side. Can you get it up on your side? So people for the we will explain it for the people that are listening to this in audio. I'm okay. I have it up on my screen, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna hold my reaction until Blue at least the people can see what it is.
Okay, so here it is.
Is the image up?
The image is up.
Okay, so I'm seeing a Dr. Jelly collection. I don't know who Dr. Jelly is. He looks
very familiar. Yeah,
to a friend of ours.
Mm-hmm.
But so this is Dr. Jelly merch. Would you wear this in public? No. And if yes, well, I said no. Which which of your other friends would you like to see have their faces printed on shorts as merch? Well, the one that isn't. Oh yeah. This is a very powerful pair of shorts.
Yeah.
The face has disturbing amount of detail.
Mm-hmm.
Very close to the crotch area. Also too, and just that image is just a little too powerful. Let me see. Okay, which one of your friends would you like to see have their faces? I don't know. Maybe Joey. I think Joey would look really good on a face of on a pair of shorts. I've never seen him on one, but if I don't know, this Dr. Jelly is really giving me
Joey vibes.
Vibes. But I think I would wear, but I don't want it to be like animated like this. I want it to be like his actual face, like an actual photo of him, right on my crotch. How about you, Blue?
No. I love my friends, but no. I wouldn't even wear shorts covered in a picture of Gray.
You wouldn't?
I would not.
How about Anu?
Anu, yes. Anu. Yes, I actually would.
Maybe if it was like one of those things, like a pattern all over the place.
Yeah. That'd be better. Okay. But yeah, just no. I'm good.
God damn, dude, these shorts are powerful. These shorts are powerful.
I mean, one thing that irks me though is that half his sunglasses are like cut off.
Oh yeah, because the full image is it's cut off right in the middle. It's two images.
Yeah.
Or it's one image cut in the middle.
Yeah.
And then stuck together. Because the hoodie is the full image.
Yeah.
Of the Dr. Jelly. I don't know who he is, but
yeah, I want to see his full sunglasses. You know.
Yeah, I don't know who this Dr. Jelly fellow is, but I mean,
he looks very friendly.
Mm-hmm. He looks very Australian. Let's say that. He looks very. Yeah, he looks like he. I don't know.
He really looks like our friend.
Doesn't he? He looks like he likes anime, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just.
All right, next question. Panlore.
Panlore?
Do you view Prime subs and tier 1s differently? No.
No, they're the same.
They're the same.
That sounds really bad, but Prime subs and tier 1s are for us. Dude, like, to me, like, it's crazy when for any streamer, I think the biggest moments are like the gift subs, right? When you have like gifted 5, like to gift subs in a community is really, really great, and it really does it really shows love, because that's a lot of money, right? That's something that we all have in common, that we all have to worry about and stuff. And if you're using your Prime sub on us, which you only get once a month, that means a lot. If you're spending tier 1 money on us,
That means a
that's
lot.
crazy too. It's the same thing, and
Yeah.
it's all the same. It's all the same in the meaning, in the way that, not like, you guys are all the same, yeah, but like it's that good for us, and it
Mhm.
really helps us keep us going. So yeah, there's definitely no difference. Prime subs, tier ones, like either way it helps us. So, and in the way that we treat other people, this might be something that might be unpopular opinion. Tier 2 and tier 3s are the same too, to me.
Because everyone's at very different financial situations.
Mm-hmm.
And so not everyone can afford a tier 2, tier 3. Not everyone can afford a tier 1 even.
And that's not
So
even
that-
about like their financial status. Sometimes you want to spend that money on something else.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And some people are like, well, you know what? Here you go. Here you go, Blluist. You guys get tier 2 and tier 3s, and holy shit, does that blow our mind? It blows our mind. It blows our mind.
I still can't believe people do tier 1s for us.
Exactly.
So it's a very yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we treat tier 2s like, you guys have seen this, like where people will be like, hey, tier 2s, boom, and we'll be like, holy shit, thank you so much for the tier 2s, and we genuinely feel that. But
you don't get like a special
when you're in that chat
Yeah.
room, we're all the same. We're all hanging out. The people that aren't subbed, the people that are subbed, the people that are the same. And then now with the sub stuff, with the merch stuff, we wanted to do something, so we gave them tier 2 and tier 3 get their own discount code, and that's the first time in 4 years that we've done anything superb, like something that's above tier 1, and took us this long, and it's just something that like people are very kind in doing, but in the space of chat, we treat everybody the same.
Yeah.
Even if we know you in person, or you are a regular, or it's your first time there, we don't have, everybody in chat is there to have fun, and there's no difference to us. If that does that explain it well? Hopefully I didn't say anything rude.
No, I think that's we just want to make sure that even if I mean, it really just depends on that person's what how it could just be their generosity, or it could be they just really they want to support us, and they do have that money, they decide to use that money on us instead of putting it towards something else. And that's something, of course, like we'll never be like, oh no, why didn't you tier 2 sub today or this time, or like we would never like reprimand anyone for going down a tier or going up a tier or whatever. And I think it's just like just the fact that you guys are subbing to us at all is already amazing enough. That of course we're very, very grateful for people who do sub at a higher tier, but at the same time that we want to make sure that no one gets left out. No, we don't want anyone to feel left out just because maybe you can't sub that month, or maybe you just don't feel like subbing that month, but you do enjoy your time here. We still want to as part of the community, and we don't want to gatekeep anyone because they're not subbed or anything.
Yeah, unless you want my feet pics, then that's tier 3 shit. But if you want my feet pics, that's tier 3. But
all right, next question by Salty.
It's the same.
Question for both: what is one dish you would cook for the other for a date night at home?
Blue really likes it when I make either oyakodon or ginger pork, so probably that.
I just make him dessert.
That's the good answer.
I've been wanting to make you crepe Suzette for a while. I just haven't been able to.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
so,
it's fine.
Yes, I would love
it's
that.
orange. It's crepe with orange liqueur and chocolate. It's very good. It's something you would like because there's booze in it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Salty.
Next question is from Kari. What aspect of the game makes you want to play it? Is it the art style, gameplay, or maybe story?
It's a fucking good question.
For me, it's art style and gameplay, because for story, I usually like to go in like first playthrough. Like I don't like knowing the story before I go in there. So sometimes, of course, I'll play. It's like, oh yeah, that looks like a really cool gameplay. That looks like really cool graphics. I'm gonna try it, and then the story is like maybe really confusing. Or like maybe not that good, but if I enjoy the art style and the gameplay enough, then that's good enough for me. Of course, story if it also has an amazing story, then that's fantastic. But a lot of times I usually end up playing games without knowing the story.
For me, um, if it was just for my personal thing, it would be art style and gameplay. But I don't play games personally as much anymore, new ones. So what a lot of it is, to me, a lot of it has to do with streaming. So another aspect that's not listed on here that would be there is, can I imagine myself streaming it? And how would I stream? How would I simulate myself streaming this game with Blue?
Yeah.
Would be another aspect. If it's just for personal art style and gameplay, for sure. But yeah, if I can't, I always simulate it in my head what the stream is gonna be like. If I can't see a vision of the stream's gonna go like this. By the way, it never goes that way, even if I do it, which is the best part.
But I mean,
There's always surprises.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's games that look really cool and we are both really interested in, but we know we wouldn't be able to stream it well, so we don't play it.
Yeah.
There's plenty of games like that.
Yeah, how to stream it if we have the ability to make it a good stream, and if it's something that we can work towards to enhance our stream style that we've been working on, then we'll probably play it. So thank you so much for that question, Kari. TK, question for Blue. Do you ever imagine what your life would have been without like fashion? Should be naked.
I don't. That's kind of hard because I chose my college because I wanted to go to fashion school. So it would start all the way back from like college. Like, what would I do? I would have probably pursued art. So I would have probably gone to some art institute somewhere. There's a chance that I might have not come back to Japan. Yeah.
What would you be doing?
I don't know. That's the thing. I have no idea.
What major would Blue be if
honestly, probably concept art. Because that's what I wanted to do before fashion.
Concept art.
Was I wanted to do video game concept art.
That makes sense.
So I would have probably gone into art anyway. But I probably wouldn't have come back to Japan if that's the case. Or maybe, I don't know, because I still liked Final Fantasy back then. So I might have come back here and be like, you know what, I want to work.
Be a streamer.
At Square Enix, so.
What's the percentage that you would have been a streamer?
0, unless I was in a situation where I miraculously met you, and then I miraculously got fired from my job on the first day. And miraculously you came home to me folding clothes. I need all those 3.
The story.
I need the 3.
Okay, the lore needs to line up.
Yeah.
For it. Okay. I see. Question for Gray: do you ever imagine your life without music? No, man, that'd be crazy, dude. Music is what gets me going, especially when I was younger. Not so much now, but compared to before, relatively. But I don't know what I would have done without music back then. I would be a very, very different person. Things would not be as mango as it is now if it wasn't for music. I still might be playing. I want to say I might be hanging out with my my tech deck, but skate culture was also very, intertwined with music too, right? So I would be like, oh, I'm going to check out this new video, this new skate vid because it has, The Who in it or something like that. And this skater, like, it was famous because it was like this collab between the song and skater. But like, dude, I don't know, man. Life without music would probably it's weird because now I listen to a lot more podcasts and streams than music.
Can I say something about music?
Go ahead.
So speaking of you in high school, you and your music in high school, I went to the hairdresser today and I walked in and it was All Star. They were playing All Stars.
By Smash Mouth?
Yeah, and it made me think of you. That's all I wanted to say.
That's disrespectful that you think that. of all the music that I've shown you and everything, and like the musical like culture.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
All Star is the one.
No,
It didn't
no,
remind you
no.
of Twitch or like just the meme culture. But it was
What?
fucking me.
Why
And my
not?
music taste.
Because no. I'm just talking about the fact that at my hairdresser, she plays a lot of weird music, but then all of a sudden it was All Stars. It was like, wait, what? That's so weird. And it made me think like, oh, if Gray was he would have found it funny that they're playing All Stars out of all things.
Yeah, no.
Ha 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 is what I thought.
Oh, I thought you meant like, oh, because that's the kind of music you. But okay, speaking of which though, okay, this is a totally different tangent, but everyone only knows Smash Mouth as All Star and like I'm a Believer and stuff.
Yeah.
Their albums before they completely shreked it out were actually pretty good. So go check that. Go check out their like old discography. It's actually like good music. Like I just want to say that. But and All Star is great too. I'm not All Star is a great pop song, but like I'm just saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanna give a shout out to Smash Mouth. But I've never heard music like that at the music at your hair place. So.
I know, so that's why I was really surprised, and I thought it was kind of funny because I walk in.
Somebody.
Yeah, I was like, oh, what? What world is this? Like, am I in a Shrek movie right now?
Dude, now that gets me thinking. You know how in that song they said like, somebody once told me, L on your forehead.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Did they start the L movement? You know, because everyone's like dub or L all the time.
No, because that's what they used to do.
Oh, like you're a loser.
Yeah. That's J. But you have to do it this way. With your other hand.
I can't even see what you're doing.
No, I meant the other hand. You have to use the other hand because it's a J.
That was
you know what? Whatever. It's fine.
That was an
Just
L for
forget
me
it
right now.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn, man. Thank you so much for those questions, dude.
Thank you guys.
That was an amazing podcast. Thank you guys so much. I had a great time. I know I got a little bit deep at the beginning here, but hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll see you guys at the end of next month. Next month's going to be kind of crazy.
I'll
tell you that.
We're going to have a weird schedule.
Weird schedule. We'll let you guys know.
Let you guys know.
Yeah. So
keep you
thank you guys so
updated.
much.
So.
We'll see you guys next month. All right. Take care.
Bye.